Today is October the 23rd, 2015, the time being 6:30 a.m. Central Time or Charleston, Missouri time. Everybody should know who these two men is. They loved by some and hate by others, even by blacks, because of their stands and their positions and the titles that they have. I wish I had a picture of the late, great, honorable Harold Washington, who took a fight just like these two men. Harold Washington had to go up against his own party, the powerful Democratic machine, and won elections twice. But we know what happened to him. He didn't die of a congested heart failure. He was murdered. Ain't no question or doubt about it. But I got a picture of these two men here for a reason. To Dr. Martin Luther King, me and him born on the same month and date, January the 15th. Outspoken, standing up for rights for all. Barack Obama went against what they call was all odds, but he had faith in God. All blacks is not satisfied with what he's doing, but he can't save the world. Jesus didn't save the world. Jesus, they went against him. But he came down for a reason. The Father sent him down for a reason, just like he sent these two men. And they standing their ground. But I want to read something to you all that in Charleston, Missouri, that let you know something that you have that these people been violating for years. It's called the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. And it prohibits the making of any law respecting an establishment of religion, impeding, in other words, obstructing, taking away the freedom to exercise of religion, abridging the freedom of speech, in other words, making you omit certain things from your speeches, infringing on the freedom of the press, interfering with the right to peacefully assemble or protest, or prohibiting a petition for a governmental redress of grievance. Now look at this. It was adopted on December the 15th, 1791 as one of the 10 amendments that constitute the Bill of Rights. Now the 14th Amendment, it says, the Equal Protection Clause requires each state, not 49 other states in Charleston, Missouri, or Missouri is excluded from this here, but it requires each state to provide equal protection under the law to all people within its jurisdiction. All people, not some, not the ones, just the ones you like. And let me tell you another thing about when a judge is hearing a case and he know that it's a bias to it. It's something called, it says, all recusals, including in criminal cases, are governed by rule of civil procedure 18:8. If a judge has been an attorney for an organization or person that works for an organization, and then he's hearing the case or granting something like an ex parte temporarily until it be heard by him himself, that's a reason for the other party to ask for this to be, for him to recuse himself. In 2005, when I was going up against Black Gold Farms here in Charleston, Missouri, but their main headquarters is in North Dakota, for discrimination and for them exhibiting Ku Klux Klan activity on there, Judge Limbaugh, the federal judge who used to work for the Limbaugh law firm in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, who was representing the Cape Girardeau, Missouri Limbaugh farm was representing Black Gold, the judge immediately accused himself. He didn't have to know me. He knew he worked for that law firm, and he knew that there would be a bias. But this judge granted it. Granted Lester Gillespie an ex parte against me because Lester Gillespie said that my YouTube videos is a threat to him, his family, and all of his employees at Suzanne Wesley Learning Center. If this judge was the formal lawyer for this Suzanne Wesley Learning Center just last year, how did he even let it get in his hands? He didn't have to know me, but I'm knowing everybody in Charleston, Missouri know me. But he knew he worked it for Suzanne Wesley. But let me tell you something that a justice said concerning this. It said, the justice system can only succeed where both sides can be confident of receiving a fair trial from an unbiased judge. An unbiased judge. Now, let me tell you something in a case I want y'all to look up. It's called Dolly Mapp versus the state of Ohio. It was a black lady. She had to go all the way to the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, because her rights was violated like mine, from the lower court judges and from the political people. This judge said, there is no war between the Constitution and common sense. Nothing can destroy a government more quickly than its failure to